you were talking about vets. One of the vets says, and I'm not naming him, but I will give you the quotation. The only motivation driving the Agnipath is reducing the pension bill. The fact that this scheme will degrade combat effectiveness is known to all who understand national security. So there are 2 points: wage bill and combat effectiveness.
You haven't named, but you are putting me in trouble.
Your postmates.
Okay. Yeah, no, let us. I don't know in what context. I think he was commenting on somebody's article. Okay, let's put things. First issue is pension. Of course, it will reduce the pension bill. So that is good, no? But if the issue is that reducing the pension bill, was that the sole criteria, or was that the motivation to bring this? Answer is no.
Okay.
The clear understanding that needs to come is that the motivation to bring in this is to look at the future. See, the technology is changing rapidly. The way the wars will be fought will be changing rapidly. The kind of threats are changing rapidly. So we need to adapt to it. So we need to have a profile which is younger, which is more technologically adept. We need to have a system wherein with this 4 years, actually more technically qualified youngsters will come and say, okay, 4 years, let us work for the nation, work in the defense, get that exposure. So we get a higher level of technically qualified people entering into Agniveers, be it from ITIs or be it from other trained institutions. So that will happen. Secondly, the force itself, all three services will get to choose 25% out of this. So we will get the top end of capability. And they will be permanently with us for a higher experienced people who are going to be medium level supervisors, senior supervisors, and who are going to be the core of the system. So we get a better trained and better qualified person in terms of caliber. We'll have a group from when they get permanent, very high caliber induction. So this is how you need to transform. On the wage bill, actually the wage bill would be a little higher because when the scheme stabilizes, since only 25% is being retained, the initial induction would get stepped up in time to come as a...
That Seva Nidhi package
No, not only Seva Nidhi package. The number of people would also become higher.
Okay.
So initial induction would be higher depending upon how the overall cadre gets defined. It keeps getting revised.
And if they get absorbed in paramilitary?
No. 25% get absorbed. So 75% go out. So if you see the overall cadre, the intake levels would rise. The number of Agniveers versus a normal entry, the numbers would rise in order to keep your overall cadre at the numbers which get revised, but whatever is finalized. So the numbers will be higher. The wage bill doesn't go down as much, but the pension bill, yes, which will kick in after 15 years, let's say, and it would have an impact. And that's a good part. It's all right. But that's not the only issue. No. If pension was the only issue, government could have thought of transferring to NPS. If pension was the only issue. Yeah. But that is not the case. In fact, defense services are not so much in favor of NPS, and the government respected that. And it is totally not the criteria.
Okay.
The issues are to do with the reform in terms of how we are going to induct and what caliber of people and what we are targeting in terms of youthful profile.
Click here to watch the full episode.